everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup declutter and organization video with you guys. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and technically today was supposed to be my Love Melissa Michelle and Ulta collection review and swatch video and everything, but I've tried to film that video twice and it just has not turned out the way I wanted it to. The first time I wasn't really feeling it while I was filming it, and then as I was watching the footage back to edit it, I really didn't like it. And then the second time I tried to film it, it just was not going the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to try to film that in the next couple days. I'm still going to try to get it up at least on Monday, so that will be soon. But for today, I'm going to be doing this, and plus I really didn't feel like putting makeup on today. My skin has been breaking out, and plus I had a really bad allergic reaction to some lip balm that I had been using, so my lips are still very dry, cracked, and they're still a little bit swollen. But I'm going to do an overview of my desk area and tell you where everything is from. And yes, my desk is not as messy as it usually is. Normally when I film, I put everything on my bed just to kind of clear everything off so it's not so cluttered. I left a lot of it back here today, but we are going to reorganize, and yes, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So here is an overview of what's sitting behind me, my desk, my little kitty. I have these two units right here, a L-shaped desk, and then I have another desk right here that sits in front of me when I film. So yes, this is my little area that I have set up in my room. So we are actually going to start off with this area right here. I need to put these somewhere else. Okay, so this is the little, I really don't know how I have the top of this thing organized. I just kind of have stuff thrown up here that I know I don't want to keep in my drawers. Okay, so just going through what's on the top here. This, I have just a little bit left in here. I'm trying to hold on to it, but I need to buy more. This is the Sonia Kashuk Makeup Brush Cleansing Spray. This is awesome for spot cleaning your brushes in between deep cleans. Now up here I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think I'm going to get rid of this because I don't really reach for it as often as I do some of my other setting sprays. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. And by the way, all the makeup I'm getting rid of, it is all really used, so I would not feel comfortable donating it. So I'm probably just going to pass it on to someone in my family because I feel a little bit more comfortable with that. Or if it's expired, I'm just going to throw it out. So that's where all this makeup is going to go that I'm getting rid of. Then I have the Too Faced Hangover RX setting spray. I'm going to hang on to this a little bit longer. It still has a good amount of product in it. I don't use it that often. Just I don't know, just kind of when I think about it, it's not my favorite, but I do want to get a little bit more use out of it before I either pass it on or something like that. So I'm going to hold on to this. Then next up here I have my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is a primer and moisturizer in one. I have used a good amount of this. I love this stuff. It took me a little bit to actually fall in love with this, but I started really liking it when I started getting a little bit drier skin. So I really do love this on days when my face just feels really dry and needs more moisture. I love priming with this, and it does give like a little bit of a dewiness to your skin as well, so I really like that. Next I have two of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This one's almost empty, so I just have another one ready to go. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite setting spray ever. It's really affordable and it's just amazing. It feels so good when you spray it on your face to set your makeup. It just really melts the powders together. And I really do think it makes your makeup last just a little bit longer. So definitely keeping these. Next I have the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. Before I tried the Milani one, this was my go-to. This was actually my second bottle and I'm almost finished with it. So I am going to hang on to this just to finish it up. But I really do love this setting spray. This I'm going to get rid of. I've had this thing forever. It's pretty much empty. This is the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Like I said, I've had this thing forever. It's probably extremely expired by now, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that, but it is a pretty good setting spray. Next, I have my Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox. Definitely holding on to this. The last setting spray I have up here is my Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. This is fairly new to me, but I absolutely love it. So I am going to be holding on to this. Last thing I have sitting up here is the NYX Honey Dew Me Up Primer. I really love this stuff. It's a tackier primer, so I really like that when I want my foundation to stick. I really love this, and it does have a nice hydrating feel to it as well, so I do love this. Here I have the ColourPop and Laura Lee collab with No Kill LA. This one is in Ritz. This is the one that's pretty much just like a really great overlay to put on top of your eye look when you just want some glitter. I absolutely love this. I keep it out because I do still reach for it quite a bit, so I'm probably not going to leave it over here. I'll move it to the other side, but we'll get to that side in a minute, so I'm just going to set this over here for now. So this is a little organizer I have sitting on top. This is a lot of the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit, some NYX, Dose of Colors. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go through these really quickly, see what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. So this is what I'm going to get rid of out of this. This is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in Disorderly. This is a really pretty color, but I've probably only used it the one time that I bought it. I think I bought it for a full face of First Impressions, and I haven't used it since. And I think I did try to, but it was just really hard for me to get really even and in the lines. So, and it didn't last that long for me. I felt like it only lasted me a couple hours. Maybe with a different color, but I know this is not a color that I reach for that often, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I'm also going to get rid of this Tarteist lip paint, and this one is in Festival. This came out with their Festival collection, I believe, last year. I really do love this tone. This is like my go-to lip color, but I have other colors that are really similar that I prefer the formula on just a little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Then I'm going to get rid of these three NYX lingeries. These are, I think, when they first released them, so the packaging looks a little bit different now. And these are in, this is Embellishment, Baby Doll, and Push Up. These are just not colors that I use as often as I want to. These two I use a little bit more than this one. This one's just a little too purple for me, purple cool toned, and these I just don't. The nudes are a little too nude, and they just make me look like I don't have any lips. Now I'm gonna look in this drawer right here and move some of this stuff up. These two are the ColourPop Ultra Matte, one in Times Square and one in Sunday. I'm gonna move these up here. I really do like these. Oh, just really quickly, what I kept are all the liquid catsuits that I have from Wet n Wild, the 3 Dose of Colors that I have in Bear With Me, Mondays, and Rosebud. So I'm going to keep hold of those. I'm going to keep hold of my Too Faced Melted Matte. This one is from the Candy Johnson collection in Freshly Baked, so I'm holding on to that one. I love the color. I have a NYX Lingerie, and I need to get a new one of this because this one is really old, but I'm going to keep it for now. It's an exotic. And then these NYX Slip Tease creams that I have right here. So these are from the No Kill LA and Laura Lee collab, and the other 3 are from the Kathleen Lights one. I'm not going to move this one up. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip in Wham. I don't like how glittery it is, but I do want to hold on to it. I'm going to move this one up. This one is from the Kathleen Lights one. I cannot say that, but that one's going up here. Also, all the Kathleen Lights ones are going to go up here. I have the Glossy and Satin Lip from her collection as well, and I'm also just going to move this one from the Laura Lee collab. And I don't really like the metallic lips, so I'm going to leave that in the drawer. So that just fills this right back up, but I mean, it's stuff that I reach for a little bit more. And then also in here, I'm going to get rid of this. I got this a very long time ago. This is a sample of the Naked Dolly Too Faced Liquid Lipstick. This is my favorite pinky nude color, but I've had it for so long. It is probably extremely expired, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Also in here, I have this lip liner. I got this, I think, for Christmas. I honestly do not know if this brand is cruelty free, but I'm just trying to use it up, and it is like my favorite go-to color for lip liners. So moving down a little bit, this right here is where I usually keep my mostly used palettes, and some of these I haven't used in a while, so I'm going to move them down into my drawer. And also just keep like new palettes sitting up here on the top so I can just reach for them a little bit easier to try them out a little bit more. Back here I have the Kathleen Lights and Dream Street palette that she did with a ColourPop. I haven't used this too much, but I've used it a little bit, and I really do love the pigment on it. I haven't done a video with it, but I'm thinking I'm still wanting to, even though this was released a while ago. I think I still want to do one, but I'm going to keep this up here. I have all of my Anastasia palettes. I have the Modern Renaissance. This is the Subculture and Prism right here, and Soft Glam. Those are going to stay up here. Those are my favorite palettes. I have the Candy Johnson and Too Faced collab right here. This, I love this. I'm not getting rid of this. I'm just going to move it down into the drawers because I do not reach for this a lot, but I really love it. This is what I reach more mostly when I do more neutral looks, and I haven't been doing those recently. And then I have these two Dose of Colors palettes right here, the Marvelous Mauves and Blushing Berries. I think I'm going to get rid of the Marvelous Mauves one because this is just not something I reach for. I bought it so I had something a little bit different in my collection, and I just haven't used it. And I haven't even done a video with it, so I think I am going to pass this along. I am going to keep the Blushing Berries palette though. This is one of my favorite palettes. I really love the colors in this, and I do get a lot of use out of this. I have 3 Anastasia Glow Kits right here. I have the Nicole Guerrero one, which is going to stay up here because I do use this one so much. I have the Sugar Glow Kit and the Sun Dipped Glow Kit. I'm going to move the Sun Dipped Glow Kit down into my drawers, but I'm going to keep the Sugar one up here. Now these are the palettes that I have sitting right here in front of it. This is the Model's Own Glitter Mix palette. It's just it's a glitter palette, so it's just really pressed glitter, and it's very beautiful. I'm going to put this in my drawers. I just have it up here because it's new, and I keep my newer palettes on top of my desk so I can reach for them a little bit better. But this is going to go down into the drawer. Then right here I have the Urban Decay Born to Run. This I do have a first impressions video on. I do really like this palette. I love the colors in it. It is really beautiful. I need to use it a little bit more often, so I'm going to leave this on top of my desk for now. The same with the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. I'm going to keep this up here because I just want to reach for it a little bit more. I really love it. I love the pigment in them. Honestly, it doesn't even look like I've really used this, but I have dipped into this quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these in here because I know there's not really any other palettes I'm probably going to want to move up here. So I'm going to go ahead and move down into the drawers. This first one here is where majority of my makeup is kept. This top drawer, we'll just go ahead and jump in. And while I'm doing my drawers, I'm going to be adding these in. These are little organizers that I got from the Dollar Tree. They're not my favorite color, but when I went back to exchange them for the color I wanted, they were out. So they went really fast. They are plasticky, kind of like acrylic filling. I think this would last a long time. They have 2 different sizes, and they're seeming to release them with their different inventory income. So they had a different round of colors when I went back. So they have this size right here, and then they have this smaller size. So I'm going to be incorporating these as I go. So this top drawer right here is my foundations, concealers, powders, some eyebrow stuff, and my sponges. So this acrylic organizer right here, it has 3 sections and a really long piece. I got this from Marshall's. I really wish I could find more because I really love these. They were super affordable too. So starting off over here is the powder section, and actually for these powders I'm going to put one of these in here so they're not just rolling around right here. I am actually going to get rid of this right here. This is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Lace. It is way too dark. I do not like this. If you watched my full face using makeup I'm throwing out, I talked about the Ghost one, and this pretty much is the same thing. It leaves like a residue when you try to wipe it off your skin, and I do not like it. And then this is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This I do like. I'm still kind of trying it out. I bought it I'm still trying to find a replacement for my Rimmel Matte Perfection. I'm still trying to use this up as well, so I still have that. The Cover FX one I'm keeping for now. The Candy Johnson and Banana Pudding one I'm keeping. I still use this. This is a Milani translucent light to medium loose powder. I'm going to keep that. I have the Tarte Smooth Operator loose powder. I'm going to keep this. I have the e.l.f. translucent powder. It's really similar to the Tarte one, so I'm going to keep that. And then I just have a little sample size of the Tarte. I'm going to keep that. This is the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I have this in here because I use this for my brows forever. I'm going to just move this to my palette drawer because I don't want to get rid of it because I still really do like it. So it's just going to be moved down. I also have the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favors the Brave palette. I use this for my eyebrows as well. That's why it's up here. These were my two favorite colors, and now I don't reach for it because I have something else that I prefer. So I'm actually just going to get rid of this altogether because I don't like any of the other colors. I don't like the pigment of them, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So moving on over here, I have my concealers and some sample primers. This I'm going to throw out. I've had it forever. It's a sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's just kind of gross and old. I also have the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I'm going to keep this. I really do love this concealer. This, I have a Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This one is in C1. It used to be their lightest shade. I believe they have lighter ones now. I'm going to hold on to this just as kind of like a backup concealer. I do have other colors though. I also have the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm going to hold on to this. Mine is in Porcelain. It's a little dark for Porcelain in my opinion, but I'm still going to hold on to it. This is the NYX Green Concealer. I'm going to get rid of this. I've had it forever. It's really old. This is I don't know where I got this, honestly. I think it was something in an Ipsy bag and my sister gave it to me, but I'm going to throw it out. I don't ever use it. This is a sample of the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I'm going to keep this because I haven't had a chance to use it. I got it free when I got the powder. This is the Milani Retouch and Erase. I love this concealer. I just hate the applicator, but I'm going to hold on to that. This is the Wet n Wild Concealer. I'm going to hold on to this now, though, because it is a really nice concealer. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Camouflage Cream Concealer. This is their green one. I don't really use green concealers anymore. I have this NYX Full Coverage Concealer, and I've never used this. It's fairly new. I've like dipped my fingers in it to see what it was like, so I am going to hold on to this. I might use it as like a primer or something. I'm going to get rid of this. This is a sample of the Radiance Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, so I'm just going to get rid of that as well. Back here is my little bit of eyebrow stuff. Most of my most used eyebrow stuff I keep over here, which I'll get to that in a little bit. I just have a backup of the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. This is the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. I bought this to do a comparison for the brow definer from Anastasia, but this one is super dark for me. I don't know why I thought this would work. So I am going to get rid of this because the shade is extremely dark on me. I do have an Anastasia brow definer in soft brown. I don't use it as often because now I prefer powders, but I'm going to hold on to it. I have the Essence Make Me Brow. I'm actually not going to keep this. I do not like this that much, so I'm going to get rid of it. Then I have this Milani Brow Fix right here. I've had this forever and I don't really reach for it. The tones and the browns are just a little too off for my for the shades I want. Moving on over here to my foundations, I have 3 of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I'm going to hold on to those. I think I'm pretty much going to keep all but one of my foundations, maybe 2. I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I have the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick, the Tarte Foundation Stick. I have the Milani Foundation. I love that. This is the one I'm probably going to get rid of. It's way too light for me now. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion. This is great when you just want light coverage, so I just want to get a darker shade, but I'm going to get rid of this one because this one is in light ivory. Way too light for me. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage. Ooh, do y'all see that? It's separated in here. I think I am going to get rid of this because I only used it once, and that was when I did the video, and it was really yellow on me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this too. I just need I think I want to try like a different shade. If what I remember, it was really good. It was really full coverage. So I'm going to just buy a different shade, but I'm going to get rid of this one for now. Then I have the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white. I'm going to hold on to this. I need to get a different one. I don't really like the white color. So the next drawer down, this is my blush, bronzer, and highlighter drawer. I do need to get rid of a good amount of stuff that's in this drawer. I just do not reach for a lot of stuff, and I love highlighters, so I have so much in here that I wanted to try and I just didn't really like. So I'm going to take everything out of this drawer, and then we're going to go through and put back what I want to keep. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through blushes because I don't really have a lot of blushes. I am going to keep these two, even though I do not think they sell these matte blushes anymore. I tried to look on the Tan Beauty website, didn't see them. Ulta doesn't have them on their website anymore, but these are my favorite blushes, so I am going to hold on to them. And if I find out for sure they don't sell them anymore, I'll just use them personally. I have Nude Infusion. I have this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Mellow Wine. I'm going to keep this. I really like this color. I don't have a lot of blushes. Blush is not my favorite thing. The only other blushes that I have is this one. This Ginger and Gold Illuminating Peach and Gold blush. Oh, I got this. My sister got it in an Ipsy bag and didn't want it. I haven't used it, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. The only other blushes I have is this blush kit from Anastasia. This is their Radiant one. I'm going to keep this. I think they still sell this on the Anastasia website. I'm not sure though, but I am going to hold on to this. I also have the cheek palette from the Love Melissa Michelle collection that'll go in here once I'm finished with that. Moving on to bronzers, I have first this one right here. This is the Tarte Park Ave Princess. This is their matte one. I'm going to definitely hold on to this. I love it. Then I also have a little mini of their shimmer one. I'm going to keep this as well. I also have this Paula Dorf bronzer in Bora Bora. I think my sister gave this to me as well. I'm going to get rid of this. I have never used it. I have the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I don't really reach for these shimmery type of bronzers anymore. So I am going to go ahead and, you know what? Let me see. I don't know. You know what, I'm going to hold on to this since I don't have any other shimmery bronzers. Just in case I'm in the mood for it one day, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. I also have the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm going to keep this. I need to get a new one. I dropped it and broke it, so it's holding on by a thread. Then I have this Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I am going to keep this. I don't use it a lot, but I do like mixing the two contour shades in here. I also have this Wet n Wild Contour Palette. This is really old, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. It's the one in Dulce de Leche. I probably only used this a handful of times when I first bought it, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is the Tarteist Pro Glow Palette. I don't reach for this that often. The bronzer shade, the contour shade in here, it just always gets really patchy when I use it. I don't use cream contour. The only highlight shade I could really use is Strobe, and I can sometimes get away with this one, and Strobe is just way too glittery for me. I wish my skin tone, I wish these other colors worked on my skin tone because they are really gorgeous highlights, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. I also have this Ulta strobing palette. I'm going to hold on to this. I don't reach for it that often, but I like it for like a drugstore option. If you want to consider Ulta to be drugstore, but I do really like this. They are really pigmented. They are a little bit powdery, but not too bad, and you get a cream in here. So I'm going to keep this. I know I'm getting rid of this. This is the LA Colors strobing palette. I bought this at Christmas. It was one of their gift sets. There are some really nice highlight shades in here, and these are over here a little bit more matte, and you do get a wide variety, but honestly, I do not reach for this. I used it in that video, and I have not touched it since. So these are the three that I'm having trouble deciding whether or not I want to keep. These are the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighters. I have Golden Lights, Peach Lights, and Radiant Lights. I don't reach for these, but these used to be my holy grail. They are really great. They are really pigmented. Makeup Revolution highlighters are actually really, really good. You know what, now I think I'm gonna hold on to these just for a little bit longer, and if I still don't reach for them, I'll get rid of them. I have to make myself get rid of them. So I have this Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and this one is in Be My Highlight. I'm gonna hold on to this. I know last time I used it, I was too fair for it, but since I have a little bit more of a tan now, I'm gonna see if it works, and if it's still too deep for me, I'm gonna get rid of it. This is the Smashbox and Casey Home highlighter palette in Pearl Lights. As you can see, I love this. It is so messy. I use it all the time, and it honestly doesn't look like I've really made dents into it, so I'm definitely keeping this. I have the ColourPop highlighter in Flexitarian. I'm definitely not getting rid of this. I'll probably always have one in my collection. I have this Morphe highlighter right here. This is the High Impact highlighter illuminator in Extra. I am going to go ahead and hang on to this. It is fairly new to my collection, so I want to use it a little bit more and see how I feel about it. I have two Wet n Wild highlighters right here, one in Precious Petals and Blossom Glow. I'm going to keep both of these. I have this Milani highlighter right here in Afterglow. I'm going to hold on to this one. I really do love the Milani highlights. So the last thing I have for this drawer is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo and Halo Goodbye. I'm going to keep this. I use it occasionally just so I have the liquid highlight option. Next one down, this is pretty much lashes, eye primers, mascaras, eyeliners. Get rid of a couple pairs of lashes. These I know have been in here for a long time, so these are just going to go in the garbage. So I'm going to hold on to these three mascaras. These are my favorite mascaras. I absolutely love them. I have a little sample of the Too Faced Better Than Sex that I'm going to keep. This is going to get thrown out. It's a sample of a MAC one. The MAC is not cruelty free. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Rodeo liner. I've had it forever and I'm pretty sure it's expired. I have a sample of the Tarte Sex Kitten that can stay. I have two NYX retractable ones, one in brown, one black. Those can both stay. A NYX Epic ink that's staying. This is going to get thrown out. It's really old. A NYX Wonder Pencil. The LA Curl Ultimate Eye. This is in totally teal. This is really beautiful. I love this. I have a NYX one in teal as well. Or no, this is aqua green. This cello liner is going to get thrown out. I've had it forever, but it's really pigmented. I really do love it. These two I can hold on to. This is the Too Faced and I Want Candy collection, and then an Urban Decay 24-hour eye pencil. I think I'm gonna do it like that, and then in this drawer right here is I'm gonna go through this. I have my eyelash tools, so a couple eyelash curlers. Stick these up front right here. Some eyelash applicators. Have some sharpeners that can go in here. The NYX glitter primer. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. These lash adhesives I'm just gonna get rid of. These are so dirty. I just throw stuff in here after I sharpen. I have the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer that can stay. The Ulta matte primer is staying. This Essence I Heart Stage is gonna go. It's really old. A sample of the Smashbox lid primer I'm gonna keep. My little scissors and some bobby pins and another little glue that can go. These last two drawers are palette drawers. There's not a lot of stuff in them. First, right here, I have my Ulta Matte Neutrals palette. I'm definitely keeping this. It is really great if you just need a nice matte shadow. If you want to do a completely matte look, this is perfect, and this is a unique shade to me. It's not something you see in a lot of palettes, so I really do like this. So I have this little bitty Tarte palette that one of my friends gave me. I'm gonna hold on to this because this is just so tiny and it's really easy to just create something really simple and really fast. And you got, I think this is supposed to be a blush shade. It's a little too shimmery for me, but I am gonna hold on to this. This is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights collab. This I just keep because of what it is. I don't really use it. It's really old. So I am going to hold on to this. This drawer is supposed to be my YouTube collab drawer. So I'm probably going to make it that again. So I'm going to take that back out. This is the Nicole Consiglio and Violet Voss palette. I love this palette. I don't use it as often, but I love it because it's got a lot of the orangey warm tone shades in here. This is the Laura Lee and Violet Voss collab. This is really old. I don't reach for it because it is a little old, but I am going to hold on to it just because I love Laura Lee and I love this palette. So the last palette I have that's going in this drawer is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I don't even think I've used this for a look. I wanted it so bad, but when I got it, it's just, I'm not really inspired to create anything when I look at this palette. A lot of the shades are really similar, like these three at the top, they're really just similar. A lot of the matte shades are very similar. You have this nice pop of color down here, but I mean, these aren't colors that I reach for that often. This is really good if you need a bunch of different tones of transition shades. This is perfect. But honestly, like I said, I don't really use it, but I do want to keep it because I love Jaclyn so much. I'm going to put my Too Faced and I Want Candy palette down here as well. So this last drawer is a mess, let me tell you guys that. So I have this really big palette right here that someone got me for Christmas, and honestly I'm gonna give this away. I don't use it. I don't use palettes like this anymore. I have other palettes that I like to use. It's just good because it does have a lot of color in it, but I don't use color too often, so when I need color I have other options. So this is just something I don't need. So this bottom drawer, I'm gonna just put this little Tarte palette in here. My Naked Basics palette is going to go in here. My Glitter Mix palette. This is my matte neutrals I'm going to go ahead and stick down here. This is the Makeup Revolution Mermaids Forever palette. I was going to hold on to this, but I don't think I am. I was going to hold on to it, like I said, for the color, but Makeup Revolution shadows are not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along because I know I'm not going to really reach for it, so I just need to get rid of it. I have this Tarte's Pro palette. I honestly do not reach for this a lot. I do want to keep it because it's not something I reach for, and I do kind of want to use it a little bit more. I've had it for a while, so I'm going to try to make myself use it. So I also have these three Wet n Wild palettes. I have Comfort Zone, Rosé in the Air, Not a Basic Peach. I'm going to keep Rosé in the Air and Not a Basic Peach, and I'm going to get rid of Comfort Zone. Haven't even used it since I bought it. I have other neutral palettes like this that I would reach for before this one. All I have left for this drawer are my little singles, which is mostly ColourPop. I have these two liquid eyeshadows, one Stila, one Model Own. I'm going to hold on to these. I have a little Wet n Wild single. Sorry, my cat's playing back there. I have this loose glitter. I think I'm going to hold on to this because I haven't used it. My sister gave this to me. And then these are my ColourPop shadows. I honestly don't even use these. So I'm going to go through them and see which ones I want to keep. So moving on to the storage unit that I have next to it, I just kind of pulled it out from under the desk a little bit. So I'm just going to get rid of these sponges that I have up here. I do not use these. This is just some packaging from products that I really wanted to keep. I'm getting rid of this Flower Beauty powder. I did not like the way that it was on my skin. Most of the stuff in this I talk about in my full face of makeup I'm getting rid of. So I have this Ghost Makeup Revolution powder, this Ulta Metallic 6-piece eyeshadow, I am going to go ahead and get rid of these. These are really old. I have BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic. These are super old, so I'm going to get rid of those. This Wet n Wild Color Icon blush or bronzer. I do have an It's Judy Time palette from BH Cosmetics in here, but I'm not getting rid of that. This next drawer is the main declutter area. This drawer is packed to the brim of stuff. First, I have this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette that I'm getting rid of. I have this stuff over here I'm keeping. This is my Halloween stuff. I have some NYX glitters over here as well. I have 2 of the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow highlighter samples that I'm getting rid of. This is a Halloween thing. I'm not getting rid of this. I have this Bare Minerals, I don't even know what it is. It's a loose powder Vanilla Sugar Radiance, and this Bella Pierre blush, which I don't use, so those are going. This Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink is gonna go. This I'm going to go ahead and keep. I love the packaging on this. I'm getting rid of both of these highlighters. I didn't like the color that they were. These NYX blushes right here, these are really old. This ColourPop blush, I really don't like their blush formulation, so I'm going to get rid of those. This NYX Liquid Illuminator is going to go. This Catrice highlighting powder, it was super powdery. I did not like the formula of it. I'm going to get rid of this Oomph mascara from LA Girl. I'm trying to kind of hurry up. My battery's about to die. I'm going to get rid of this NYX Birthday palette. It's not something they sell that often. I don't use it that often either. So I'm getting rid of pretty much everything that's in here. I'm not getting rid of these MAC lipsticks. I know they're not cruelty free, but I don't use them. But these are the Laura Lee and Gabriel's Amora collab they did. And these are just something that I want to hold on to. Everything else in here, it's either not cruelty free or I just didn't like it. I have a lot of Makeup Revolution, some NYX, some Ulta, the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, a lot of lippies from LA Girl, LA Colors, some eyebrow pencils in here, some eyeliners, some lipsticks. So all of this stuff is going. And here's an overview of all the products that I'm getting rid of. I just had a lot of stuff that I just needed to purge that's been in my drawers for a long time and I just don't use it. I'm not getting rid of that stuff. That stuff's just there. But all this stuff here, I got some palettes, a bunch of stuff in this basket right here. So honestly, I'm getting rid of so much and it just means I have so much room so much more room in these drawers to fill and to grow. So that's actually it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Also turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime that I post a video. I don't think I have anything else to say except I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.